Welcome back to another OTD unboxing video. Today I have for you the 2025 Hot Wheels Mainline International K case. So this is the international / worldwide case. If you are searching for it in the store, or if you've seen the case code, C4982, and then your K case designation is right there. So, and this is the variation of the K case. Some cases have stamps on them for quality purposes. Thank you, Jcar Diecast, for sending this over. Jcar Diecast has been supporting the OTD YouTube channel and OrangeTrackDiecast.com, helping me do these case reports for you. So thank you, Jcar Diecast. Okay, can we get them all in the shot there? This is what we're looking at. This again is the K case. So obviously the big thing here is hopefully we're going to see that new Ferrari F40. That has been the talk. Hopefully we'll get one of those here. But let's pull out the first three and see just what's inside of this case. Look at it together here. The Track Dwagon starts us off in white. We've seen that one before. Saw that in the L case. The Dune It Up is in red. Track Aces. And then we have the 70 Plymouth Superbird HW Art Cars in red. So we got it in yellow earlier in the year. Now we get it in red in this case. So that is new to the case. Ooh, something else I've been looking forward to and new to this case is the VW T3 Custom Peak Pursuit series. We just had Pikes Peak here in the US, the Hill Climb Challenge, and it would be super cool to see this one racing at Pikes Peak. I'll tell you what. This is one of those castings that was designed by Hot Wheels designer Brian Zhao, and yeah, this is, I love this casting. I think I'm gonna start collecting this casting. I love the color break on this. I love the aero kit. I don't know, VW, just a fun casting, and we're gonna see some cool liveries on it. So very excited to have that one. Highlight for sure. The Kowloon Hypervan is back in yellow, pet transport. Not a huge fan of the pet deco on this one, but a huge fan of the casting. Actually, the casting is awesome. And then the Ravager ST. So Muscle Mania. We get the Ravager ST. I think it debuted last year, right? In orange, or was that this year? No, that was last year in orange. Now we get it in blue. Looks really good in the blue. So that is new to the case. Oh, there it is. All right. So we got the Drift and Brake HW Wagon series. Good to see that casting back. And the Ferrari F40 Competizione and HW Exotics. This is what everybody is going to be looking for. Obviously, the return of Ferrari in the mainline started with K case last unboxing, last case code, and now we get another new Ferrari casting in consecutive cases. We'll see another new one in mix L, but this one has been, yeah, this is just way better than the old Ferrari F40 casting. I'll have to dig one of those out. Get a good comparison, but yeah, this is nice. That's what all the hype is about. So new model there. And then we got the Street Wiener, Spicy Dog. Jalapenos on top. The Spicy Dog is the Street Wiener. Next three out of the case. Get the Maserati Chamel in black. Saw that in the J case, right? The preceding J case. New model alert. Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Super Compact Kings. So this is another new casting. First time I'm seeing it. This is just another great, just vintage Italian car, right? Like, yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's a great looking car, great looking casting, well executed. Excited to have more, just a diversity in collection here. All right, the 90 Honda Civic EF, the HW 70s vs 90s series in lime green. The blue one earlier in the year looked a little bit better, but lime green is kind of different. All right, next three out of the case, we get the Mid-Mill, the Rod Squad series, another version of that. And, ooh, casting I collect here, the Land Rover Defender 90, Then and Now series in kind of like a beige. Cool, just like simple deco and a beige or tan color. So that is definitely a keeper for me. And the Vespa 90 SS Super Sprint 1966 HW Moto Series. Saw that in the J case. All right, we get the 68 Lotus 49 HW Race Day Series in red. That was a J case carryover. The 89 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC AMG in that kind of color shifty paint. I think I mentioned it in the J case video that I don't know if we've seen this color before. And it is really cool. I hope we see more of it. And the RD06, the Acceleracers casting, comes back. Yeah, in green and pink now. Interesting color choice. HW designed by series. All right, next three of the case. You get the Cruise Bruiser in yellow, kind of got the moon eyes on the side. HW Reverse Rake Series. I had that in the J case as well, because it's a casting I collect. The Drift and Brake HW Wagon Series. And the 62 Corvette Gasser HW Reverse Rake Series. This was the Super in the last case, the J case. Next three out of the case. All right, you got the Hako Type D in red, HWJ Imports. Red was the J case colorway of that one. The Renault Espace, I think, is what I've been corrected. Not E-Space, it's Espace. F1, HW Modified Series. That was a new model in the last case. And a new model in this case is the Lil Roar Safari Mode Series. So the Lil Roar is a licensed Mini Cooper casting that is like an off-road. Yeah, it's got a snorkel and everything. Look at that. It says snorkel. And got some luggage or something on top. Got the spare wheels in the back. Pretty crazy. I wonder how they come up with the name Lil Roar. Very cool. That is another new casting. We got the Batman Arkham Asylum Batmobile in black. The Zinger 21C Peak Pursuit. And another mid-mill. All right. Got the Honda Civic Custom in blue. HW Reverse Rake Series. Saw that one in the last case. The Honda Moto Campo. The bike that was famously inside of the Honda City Turbo, right? Talked about that in the J case when I did. This is a new model for that. And the 17 Ford F150 Raptor, which was also in the J case. Next three of the case. Oh, we got the 67 Mustang, all black. That is nice looking. Digging that one. All black. You know what, was that in the last case? I don't remember. The Tracked Wagon, got another one of those. And the 15 Land Rover Defender Double Cab HW Dirt Series in red. That was in the last case too. I think I talked about how I loosely collected that one for a little bit. All right, the 71 Lamborghini Miura SV in black. The Maserati Shamal in black. A lot of black cars in here. I don't really see that in the main line too often. And the Honda Moto Campo. Another one of those. All right, that does it for the top half of the case. Let's go to the bottom half of the case. Let's get some treasures in here, right? Due for a super or even a regular. Oh, drop some. All right. Oh, get out of there. All right. Next three of the case. We got the Flippin' Fast the Xpera Motor Series in yellow. I think that's new to the case. The 62 Corvette Gasser. Had one of those already. And another one of the Kowloon Hypervans. All right, we get the Hako Type D HWJ Import Series. Another one of those. The McLaren Speedtail. So this would be the Superchargant if it was Spectraflame Orange, but this is not. This is the common variant of that. The HW Exotic Series. So cool casting. And is it? So it is red, right? Yeah, it is definitely a Metal Flake red. The Super comes in Spectra Flame Orange. So quite the color difference. That over there. The Cruise Bruiser, another one of those. HW Reverse Rake Series. All right. We got another Ferrari, or another Ferrari F40 Competizione. Another one of those. Nice to have two of those in this case. And again, we get the Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Super, so another new model there. And the Monta Racer in green, X-Racer series. Next three out of the case. Ooh, another one of these black, all black 67 Mustangs. Very cool looking car and execution. Just love it. The Zinger 21C, another one of those. We've had one of those in the case already. And get the Porsche 911 Carrera Clip Experimenter Series, the keychain car, the Clip Coupe, or whatever you want to call it. All right, next three out of the case. The 68 Lotus Type 49, another one of those in the case. The Batman Arkham Asylum Batmobile, Batman series, another one of those. And the Toyota GR86 Cup, Metal Flake Brown, we've seen that one already. That was in the J case as well. All right, next three out of the case. You got the Hot Wings. That was in the last, that new model debuted in the J case. The cool execution there of the graphics team. And the 71 Lamborghini Miura SV. And another one of the 17 Ford F-150 Raptors. Next three out of the case. All right. Okay, so we get a couple new ones here. We get the recolor of the Slide Burn HW Dream Garage series. It was in pink earlier this year, and now we're getting it in this Metal Flake Olive. So kind of a nod to the old Redline era castings. They had they had cool names and everything like that. So that's why you get the Slide Burn. Very cool execution of this casting. I love this new casting. I don't know. Well, maybe that's what I'm going to collect. I'll have to think about that. And then we get the Mazda RX-3 in a flat black, matte black Compact Kings, the tuned car. Cool execution of that. Again, a lot of black cars, but not going to complain. I actually kind of like black cars. All right, Crescendo green. Next three out of the case. We get another one of the Little Roars. Safari mode. So we get two of each of the three new models in this case. Another one of the Land Rover 2015 Land Rover Defender Double Cabs, HW Dirt Series. And the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One Team Track Aces Series. Saw that in the J case as well. Let's march along here. We got the Speed Driver, everyone's favorite little tool. It's in the Experimenter series. Does it actually tell? No, probably on the US cars it'll tell you more. But you got like a little wrench on the back. You get a little hex for screws. Yeah, there's different. It's like a multi-use tool here, and each piece is something that you can use it for. So that's pretty cool. Another one of the Hot Wings. Hot Wings. Another one on the Porsche 911 Carrera Clips. Next three out of the case. What do we have here? The Custom 18 Ford Mustang GT, Mustang 60th Series. That's a new release, new to the case. All blue. Yeah, that's a nice deco. Ford Performance deco. Like that one. The Gordon Murray Automotive T50s in what is that? Like aqua, right? Or turquoise? Probably more turquoise. And we get the Pontiac Aztek Custom is back. So this one is mint green. Obviously, it has the nods to Breaking Bad in the back with the Heisenberg's hat, right? Hat and glasses. And now we get the spare wheel in the back. If you saw the show, you'll know all about that. Very cool. So that's a highlight. Put that in the highlight pile. All right, we get the 69 Dodge Coronet Super B in yellow. This is a nice one. Nice execution of the Super B in yellow. Can't complain about Super B in yellow. The Toyota GR86 Cup in brown. We've seen one of those already. The Audi 90 Quattro. I think this is new to the case. New deco on this one. Peak Pursuit. Again, just had Pikes Peak in the US here happen. And just ended, I think, this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. All right, next, or last three out of the case, we have the Futurismo in purple, like a light purple. And that's gotta be, yeah, no, that's a recolor. Oh, we got another one, the Ferrari SF90 Stradales. So we had 3 Ferraris in this case altogether. That one debuted in the J case. The Terra Trackle in white. So that is it. I don't even think we got a regular treasure hunt in this one. I think it was the Chevrolet, if I'm not mistaken. I was supposed to get the Chevrolet was the regular treasure hunt. The McLaren Speedtail was the super hunt. We got neither, but that's okay. Again, thank you Jcar Diecast for sending this case over. Some awesome new models here, all red actually. Little Roar, Alfa Romeo, Giulia TI Super, and the Ferrari F40 Competizione. So very nice assortment of all licensed new models here. Just 3. I know a couple cases, well, a lot of the cases this year have had 4 new models, but these are great in their own respect. So keep those there. They're all gonna follow me, aren't they? And what else do we have? What else was a highlight? The Super B was pretty cool. The asst Custom, those were cool. Oh, the Mustang was well executed. Speedtail was obviously would have been great if we had the Super in the case. The Defender 90 casting I collect, very cool. Recolor of the Superbird. The T3 Custom was a very nice one. And yeah, that's it. So awesome. So what do you think about the K case? Pretty decent case, especially if you're looking at, you're trying to get those Ferraris. I'm not sure what retail looks like these days. I haven't seen any of the newer cases anywhere locally, so hopefully you have better luck finding them at retail, but that's okay because I got mine right here. So thank you again for watching. Thank you Jcar Diecast for sending this case over. Let's talk in the comments. Let me know what you like from this case, what you don't like in this case, and we'll go from there. Thank you again for watching. Bye.